So you're looking to create an online course, but you find yourself procrastinating and you're trying to figure out, how do I move past procrastination? Well, today I'm going to be sharing 5 tips that can help you to get past procrastination and finally launch your online course. Hey there, Corporate Misfits. Brittany Darrington here, and welcome to the Corporate Misfit Club channel, where we help digital product creators to be able to learn more about how to market and also generate sales with their digital products. Now, before we dive into today's topic, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Now, procrastination is something that keeps a lot of aspiring course creators to be able to launch their online course. Whether you are struggling to create your actual videos or the content, or just trying to wrap your head around all this course creation stuff, a lot of people procrastinate and never launch their online course. So if you have been looking to create an online course, but you're finding yourself overwhelmed and you're finding that you kind of work on a few things here and there, but you never get to that finish line, well, today I want to share my 5 ways to get past procrastination so that you can finally launch. Okay, so let's talk about the first way to get through procrastination. It's by setting clear goals. So whenever you are creating an online course, again, there are so many moving parts, and it can be really overwhelming when you look at all these moving parts as a whole. So it's important for you to get really clear on what your goals are for your upcoming course. Are you looking to create a beta launch? Are you looking to do a full-on signature course? Or are you looking to create mini courses? Identify what your goals are and set clear goals for that. Also, identify how can you launch in the most simplest way possible and then increase over time. Again, our goal is not to feel overwhelmed, because that will cause procrastination. Or if we feel like we don't know how to do a ton of different things, we start feeling overwhelmed, and then we start to look at ourselves and say, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. So let's take time to get really clear on what our goals are, and then set goals on how we are going to be able to launch, and make it as simple as possible. Now, the second way to move past procrastination is to create a schedule that will help you to stay on task and actually get to the finish line. So as I have been mentioning, that there are so many moving parts when it comes to creating an online course. You're going to be filming, whether you are showing your face or if you're doing a presentation style. You're going to be creating a portal to be able to deliver your online course. You're going to be creating things like sales pages or sales emails, graphics. The list goes on with all the different things that you're going to be creating when you create an online course. But if you don't take time to dedicate a schedule to making this happen, then it's going to take forever to actually get to that finish line. So the first thing that I would do in order to be able to set a schedule for my course creation process, I would identify all the different things that I need to do in order to launch my online course. So get clear on the graphics that you're going to create, the sales page or the emails or the videos and things along those lines, so that you know exactly what is needed in order for you to launch. Now, once you have this, it's important for you to start scheduling out some time for these different tasks. Don't try to do them all at once. Put them into small milestones so that eventually you'll get to the end of that finish line. So for example, if I'm going to have some dedicated time set aside for my online course, I might schedule a couple of days where I'm going to be filming, and I am not going to be editing during that time. I'm not going to be creating email copy or graphics. Instead, I'm going to focus solely on creating my videos and video scripts and ultimately recording for my upcoming course. Now, the third way to get through procrastination is to find an accountability partner. This can be a friend, it could be a family member, or it could be someone that you might know who is a business partner who holds you accountable to getting to the end of actually launching your online course. So I remember when I was creating a course and I was just struggling to get to the finish line. I had my virtual assistant just stay on me time and time again, just asking, where are you at with this? How are things going? Is there anything I can help you with? This helped to hold me accountable, and also every time she asked me about how this project was going, I wanted to be able to give her some sort of update. Think about people in your circle that you can connect with and ask them to be your accountability partner. It's important to have some sort of an accountability partner that can help you get to that finish line. Now, the fourth way to get through procrastination is to be able to get rid of distraction. There are so many distractions out there in today's world. We have social media, TV, where you can go binge on Netflix and watch all these different streaming channels. There are so many different distractions, and so it's really hard for us to keep our attention span focused on one task task because there's so many things that we want to be doing. So what I like to do when I am creating my online course, again, because there are so many different tasks at hand, I like to put my phone on do not disturb. I like to go in an area where no one is going to bother me. I let my family know, hey, I'm going to be working on this during this time frame. Can we make sure that during that time I can get some silence and just really work through what I need to? So I want you to think about how can you set aside actual time and also make sure it's distraction free. Again, it might require you to do some communication with your family to let them know, hey, I'm going to be focusing on this at this time. And also it might require you to wake up earlier or stay up later in order to make it happen. But you want to find time where you can be distraction free so you can truly focus on the task at hand and not start and stop, because ultimately that will take you longer to get to where you want to go, which starts to cause that overwhelm and that anxiety because you have not gotten to the launch phase. Now, the very last thing to help you to overcome procrastination is to identify what you are feeling when you are starting to procrastinate. You might be feeling overwhelmed or you might be feeling anxiety, but it's important that you get really clear on what you're feeling. Now, you might not have that answer right away. So one of the things that I like to do to get really clear on why am I procrastinating and why am I feeling this way is to start journaling. When I take time to journal, I write out what I'm feeling in this moment. I'm feeling overwhelmed because I don't know what to do, or I'm feeling this anxiety because I've put a really hard deadline on myself and I have not met that deadline, and now I'm feeling anxiety because I didn't do it. And so get clear on your actual feelings. You could do this through journaling. You could do this by maybe talking to somebody that you know and just sharing about how you feel and getting that out, because once you identify what is holding you back, you can work through it. So take some time to get really clear on what your feelings are, and you can do that through several different methods. Okay, so it's time for you to get to the finish line of launching your online course. No more procrastinating. Take the time and the steps that I've been sharing with you today to really get to what it is that you're trying to achieve, launching your online course. Now, you're most likely still going to run into a few phases of procrastination, but take a step back and think about the 5 steps that we just talked about so you can get back on track. Okay, corporate misfits, if you want some amazing tools to help you to be able to launch your online course and help you get to that finish line, check out my resources below, and I will see you next time. Misfits, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you can be notified of some of our upcoming videos.